Love on 90 Day Fiancé is never simple, but for Madelein Perez and Luke, the journey that once felt fragile, chaotic, and questioned by fans has officially transformed into something permanent. Against all odds, whispered doubts, and reality TV pressure, Madelein and Luke are now husband and wife, and their wedding was nothing short of unforgettable. From the moment they said, "I do," it was clear this wasn't just another reality TV romance. This was a declaration. A love born under pressure. Madelein and Luke's relationship unfolded under the intense spotlight of 90 Day Fiancé, where every disagreement, tear, and tender moment became public conversation. Fans debated their age gap, their cultural differences, and whether their connection was strong enough to survive real life beyond the cameras. But while critics analyzed, Madelein and Luke were quietly building something deeper. What viewers often didn't see were the late-night conversations, the compromises, the emotional growth, and the choice, again and again, to stay. Their love wasn't perfect, but it was persistent. And persistence won. The wedding fans never thought they'd see. Their wedding day felt like a moment fans had been waiting for, and some never expected. Held in an intimate yet elegant setting, the ceremony blended romance, emotion, and personal touches that reflected their journey. Madelein stunned as she walked down the aisle, radiant and confident, wearing a gown that symbolized her evolution from a questioned reality TV figure to a self-assured bride. Luke, visibly emotional, couldn't hide his reaction as he saw her approach, proof that the skepticism surrounding their relationship had never shaken how he felt in that moment. This wasn't a flashy, overproduced TV wedding. It was real. Friends, family, and a small circle of loved ones surrounded the couple, creating an atmosphere filled with warmth rather than spectacle. Every detail, from the music to the vows, felt intentional. Vows that told the whole story. The most powerful moment came when Madelein and Luke exchanged vows. Rather than polished speeches, their words were raw and honest. Luke acknowledged the doubts, the mistakes, and the growth they endured together. He spoke about choosing Madelein every day, even when it was difficult. Madelein's vows were equally moving. She reflected on learning trust, independence, and love, not just for Luke, but for herself. Her words made it clear that this marriage wasn't about proving anyone wrong. It was about choosing happiness on their own terms. There were tears, not just from them, but from guests who had watched their journey unfold from uncertainty to commitment. From reality TV to real life. Reality television often struggles to translate into real-world longevity. Many couples don't survive the transition from filmed romance to everyday responsibility. Madelein and Luke knew this and refused to let it define them. Marriage for them represents a fresh start. No producers, no confessionals, no countdown clocks. Just two people choosing partnership. Since stepping away from the most intense public scrutiny, the couple has focused on building stability, communication, and mutual respect. Their wedding symbolized not an ending, but a beginning, one where love exists without audience approval. Fans react, shock, joy, and redemption. When news of their marriage broke, fan reactions exploded across social media. Some expressed disbelief, others joy, and many admitted they were wrong. Comments range from, "I didn't think they'd make it," to, "This is the growth arc we didn't expect." For longtime viewers, the wedding felt like redemption, not just for the couple, but for the idea that love can survive reality TV chaos. Madelein and Luke didn't rush to respond to the noise. Instead, they let their wedding photos and quiet happiness speak for itself. A new chapter begins. Now officially married, Madelein Perez and Luke are stepping into a chapter that belongs solely to them. While their love story began on television, its future will be written off-screen, away from public speculation and constant judgment. They've both hinted that marriage has brought a sense of calm and clarity. No longer focused on proving their relationship's validity, they're embracing the everyday moments that truly define partnership: shared routines, future plans, and emotional security. And perhaps that's the most surprising part of all. Love that outlasted the doubt. In a franchise filled with breakups, scandals, and unfinished love stories, Madeleine and Luke's wedding stands out, not because it was extravagant, but because it happened at all. They didn't promise perfection. They promised commitment. Their marriage is a reminder that love doesn't need to be loud to be real, and that sometimes the couples everyone doubts the most are the ones who fight hardest to make it work. As Madelein Perez and Luke Perez walk forward as husband and wife, one thing is certain: their story is no longer about whether they'll last. They already have.